Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hits and Headlines. Whether you're one of our loyal subscribers or tuning in for the first time, we're so excited to have you here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us as we dive into today's inspiring story. Our topic for today is about J-Hope of BTS, not just a global superstar, but also a philanthropist with a heart of gold. His recent donation of 100 million won to support plane crash victims has touched countless lives and reminded us all of the power of giving back. To lead us through this heartfelt discussion, let's welcome your host, Zachary, who's ready to explore the details of this act of kindness.
Hi everyone, welcome to Hits and Headlines. I'm Zachary and I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive into today's exciting topics.
And Dinah, always eager to share her take on inspiring stories like this one.
Hello, everyone. It's great to have you with us today. I'm Dinah, and I can't wait to jump into our discussion. Let's get started.
Take it away, Zachary and Dinah.
Welcome to another deep dive with us. This time we're diving into something that really kind of hit me.
Oh.
It's about J-Hope.
Oh, okay.
From BTS.
Right.
And his incredible generosity after that awful Jeju air crash in Won.
Oh, yeah.
I was reading this article. It's from January 6, 2025, and it just really got me wondering
About
if a celebrity, if they're being generous, can or actually make a difference in the world. You know what I mean?
can they actually inspire social change? That's a good question, yeah. And this article, this is a good place to start thinking about it. It talks about how J-Hope donated 100 million won. That's something like 68,000 US dollars to help the families of the victims,
Right.
But it's not just about the money, it's also about how he's always giving back, always.
Yeah, I noticed that too. The article mentioned something called the Hope Bridge Honors Club. Now, I'll be honest, I'd never even heard of that before. What is that? Some super exclusive club?
It is pretty exclusive. The Hope Bridge Honors Club, it's all these super important people in Korea who have each donated at least 100 million won, like J-Hope just did.
Wow.
To the Hope Bridge Korea Disaster Relief Association. It's a pretty big deal. It means, that they're really serious about giving back and helping when people need it. And J-Hope, he's not just a member, he's always donating big amounts.
So it's not just a one-off thing for the press then. He actually does this regularly.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's been recognized for it, actually, for years. Remember those terrible floods back in 2023?
All right.
He donated 100 million won then, too, specifically to help the kids who were affected by the disaster. And think about this latest donation.
Yeah.
It comes just a few months after he finished, his mandatory military service.
That's wild. I mean, I think most people will be taking a break after that, not immediately writing giant checks for disaster relief.
It definitely shows how much he really cares about giving back. Makes you wonder what makes him so generous,
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, so we've got J-Hope, who's incredibly generous, right?
Yeah.
But what about the rest of the Korean entertainment scene? Are other celebrities doing the same thing?
The article mentions that, quite a few other Korean celebrities donated after the plane crash. Actors, singers, comedians, even sports announcers. It's pretty remarkable.
That is pretty cool. It even mentions Yim Si-won specifically. He's super popular right now after being in Squid Game.
Right.
He donated too, though the article doesn't say exactly how much.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if him being so globally famous played a part in his decision to donate.
It's definitely possible. You can't ignore how influential celebrities are, right? Someone like Yim Si-won, he has fans all over the world.
Yeah.
When they see him donating, it might inspire them to do the same, even if it's a smaller amount. It all adds up.
It's like a ripple effect, right?
Yeah.
His actions could reach millions of people.
Exactly. And that makes you wonder, is this just about individuals being kind or is there a deeper cultural thing going on here?
Ooh, okay. Now I'm really interested. What kind of cultural thing are we talking about?
Well, in Korea, they put a lot of emphasis on taking care of each other and social harmony. They even have this concept called jeng. It's this feeling of being connected and having empathy for others.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that cultural value is influencing why so many Korean celebrities are stepping up to help.
So it's not just about their personal conscience. It's also about fitting in with what society expects. Helping those in need is just what you do.
It's possible, and it could also explain why so many of them are donating to specific organizations, like the Hope Bridge Korea Disaster Relief Association and the Korean Red Cross. People in Korea really trust those groups.
So there's a lot more to this than just a bunch of celebrities donating money. It's actually, like, way more interesting than that.
Yeah, it is. It shows how cultural values, what society expects, even being famous worldwide, it can all play a part in why people give. It makes you wonder, like, what impact does all this celebrity giving actually have?
That's the big question, isn't it? Like, are these donations actually changing things, or are they just, a tiny drop in a huge bucket? I guess to figure that out, we'll have to keep going with this deep dive.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see what we find out.
So J-Hope isn't the only one being generous, right? We've seen a bunch of Korean celebrities donating after the plane crash. But I'm curious, does it actually make a difference?
What do you mean?
Like, I get that the money helps, but beyond that, what impact can these donations really have?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I think it's important to remember that donating isn't just about the money itself. It's also about, showing that you care.
Yeah.
It can give comfort to the people who are hurting and offer them some hope.
That's true, because no amount of money can really replace losing someone you love.
Right.
But I guess those donations can help, like take care of some of the costs that come with something so tragic.
Exactly. Think about it. Funeral costs, medical bills, maybe even therapy for the families.
Yeah.
Those donations can really make a difference in a time like that.
And it's not just the families who are directly affected, right?
No, not at all.
It like ripples out to the whole community.
Exactly. When people see big names like J-Hope, Yim Si-won, and others publicly showing their support, it sends a message to everyone.
What kind of message?
It says, hey, this was a terrible thing, and we need to help the people who are hurting.
So it's like they're leading by example.
Yeah, they are. It encourages others to help out too in any way they can, and that can create a sense of like everyone coming together and sharing the responsibility.
Right, which is super important when something like this happens.
Absolutely. And that brings up something else that's interesting. This whole thing about celebrity culture and giving back.
How so?
We're seeing more and more celebrities using their fame to speak up for important causes and encourage their fans to get involved.
It's like they're becoming like influencers for good causes.
Right. Exactly. And with all their followers, especially online, their influence can be huge.
Yeah, no doubt. But honestly, I'm a little skeptical. Do you think all this attention on celebrities donating could overshadow the work that smaller groups or everyday people are doing?
That's a good point. It's important to remember that everyone's contribution matters, no matter how big or small. We need to support all kinds of people and organizations who are trying to make things better.
Right, it shouldn't be a competition.
Exactly.
So it's about recognizing that everyone can do their part. Maybe those big celebrity donations can even inspire regular people to find their own ways to give back.
That's a great point. I think that's where the real power of what these celebrities are doing lies. They can make people aware of things, change how we think about things, and encourage everyone to take action.
But let's be real, celebrities are also like businesses, right?
What do you mean?
They're brands. Don't you think there's a chance they're just donating for good PR? Like to make themselves look better and get more popular?
You're right, that's definitely possible. Some celebrities might be motivated by wanting to improve their image.
Especially in K-pop, where image is everything, right?
Yeah, definitely. But even if that's part of it, is it really a bad thing? If it encourages others to be generous and makes a positive impact, does the reason really matter?
That's a tough one. I guess it's about finding that balance, realizing that maybe they have both good and selfish reasons, and in the end, focusing on the good that comes out of it.
Exactly. And the whole conversation about celebrities and giving back is complicated. There's no easy answer.
But I think it's important to talk about it. It makes us think about what role celebrities play in society, why they do what they do, and how their influence can be used to do good things.
I agree. And I think J-Hope and all those donations after the Jeju air crash give us a really interesting way to look at all of this. It's not just about a sad event and people's reactions. It's about understanding how culture, fame, and giving back all connect with each other.
It really makes you think, what's next? Will people keep donating like this? Will it lead to real lasting change? And how will this whole thing between celebrities and good causes change in the future?
Great questions. And to really explore that, I think we need to look beyond Korea. How does all of this compare to what celebrities are doing in other parts of the world?
Okay, now we're really going global. Let's see what we can find out. Okay, so we've seen how generous these Korean celebrities have been, and we even talked about how Korean culture might play a role. Now, I'm kind of wondering, is this just a Korean thing, or are celebrities in other countries doing this too?
That's a great question. It brings us to this bigger conversation about celebrities and giving back all over the world. Korea's entertainment industry is unique, but you see celebrities using their platform for good causes everywhere.
Oh, for sure. Like, you think about Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Yeah.
He's been super vocal about the environment, using his fame to bring attention to climate change.
Absolutely.
And Angelina Jolie, she's been a huge advocate for refugees. Their reach is massive, way beyond just their fans.
Yeah, their involvement can bring so much attention and resources to these causes. It's not even just about the money, It's about using their fame to shine a light on problems that people might not even know about.
Totally. And with social media these days, it seems like this is happening even more. Celebrities can talk directly to millions of people, even billions.
Right.
It's like they have their own media channels now and can really influence what people think and get them to take action.
It's a big shift in how things work. Before, celebrities needed the media to get their message out.
Yeah.
Now they can just go straight to their fans, and that feels more personal and real, which makes people listen even more.
But having that much power, it comes with responsibility, right?
Absolutely. There's a balance, a fine line between actually caring about a cause and just using it to make yourself look good.
Totally. And as fans, we got to be smart about it. Like, what's really motivating them? Are they truly invested in the cause, or is it just a publicity stunt?
You got it. And it can feel really fake sometimes when it's tied to selling something, like buy this shirt and some of the money goes to charity. How much of that is really about helping, and how much is it just marketing?
Exactly. That's why it's important to see if they're actually involved beyond just giving money.
Transparency is key. Like, are they showing up at events?
Yeah.
Are they using their platform to educate people? Are they fighting for changes in laws? Those are the signs that show they're really serious.
It's like, yeah, put your money where your mouth is, but also put your time and effort there too,
Exactly. And let's not forget, this celebrity giving is just one part of the solution. We still need to change systems, fix laws, and have people on the ground working to solve these big problems in the world.
So it's not about expecting celebrities to fix everything. It's about seeing how they can be part of a bigger change. Like they can help boost what's already being done and inspire others to join in.
Right on. And that brings us back to our original question. Can celebrity generosity actually make a difference?
Yeah, so what's the final answer?
Well, it's complicated. There are definitely limitations to what they can do, and we got to be aware that sometimes it's just for show. But when it's real, it can bring attention, get resources flowing, and inspire others to act.
So it's not a magic fix, but it can be a powerful force for good, especially when it works together with everyday people, changes in laws, and people being aware and caring about what's going on.
Well said. That's a great takeaway, I think.
It's really inspiring to see people with so much influence using it to do good in the world. It makes me hopeful that we can all work together to make things better, where caring for each other is just what we do, not something special.
I like that.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us on this journey. We hope it got you thinking and maybe even inspired you to consider the role celebrities play in shaping the world.
And don't forget, every little bit counts. Donating, volunteering, even just spreading the word, you can make a difference.
Just go out there and be the change. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.